Welcome, SRA Nation. Welcome to Sim Racing Alliance GT3 Main Series Season 16.
It's going to be a wonderful race here tonight. We got some great action here.
He's gonna look on the inside. He's gonna dive. There's a Mercedes. Oh no!
I mean, these two drivers side by side, it's not going to be, it's exactly what you want to see behind you. Spins his wheels, and that's going to be prime time attacking opportunity.
Oh, and he's gonna try to stick it inside.
Oh, no contact. Oh my god!
And we're off and away for SRA.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to round 5 for Division 1 of Season 17. I'm Stephanie Fisher, joined in the booth with Adam Santana.
Hello, everyone. We haven't had any tech issues at all tonight. Things are going well. Don't ask. No, very exciting. Starting off the back half of our season at Imola with a little bit of live weather, a nice new wrinkle that we've brought on. Very excited for this one.
We are. We might not sound it, but we're excited for this one.
If I don't sound excited, I don't know what I am.
No, we are. Imola's a great track, and the whole live weather thing is interesting, fun little deal, and that'll be pretty. It looks like we peeked around earlier. We were talking about it. It was kind of chilly out there.
Yeah, some cold temps, so we might see some pretty spicy lap times because of those cold temps. So that'll be very fun to see. I was looking at the hot lap leaderboard earlier, and we did have some times in the 39s, which is very, very fast around here. So that'll be exciting to watch. But also just knowing that our drivers maybe just aren't going to have to worry about any heat deg on their tires. And yeah, it could be a fun race because of that, because they can don't have to worry about that, run some more closed ducts on the brakes, and really send it. So I think we're in for a good one.
I sure hope so. We visit our calendar quick. We are at Imola this week, and we're on the back half of the season, as Adam said earlier. Well, 2 minutes ago, really.
Well, not just that, but we're at Saturday next week, which is I'm so excited. I'm so excited for it. Not everyone's favorite, but it should be a mixed weather race. And then after that, we have Kyalami, which will also be live weather. And then we close out the calendar at the Red Bull Ring. So yeah, really exciting back half of the calendar, in my opinion. I know Snetterton isn't a lot of people's favorites, but I think it's going to be a great race, and I think tonight's going to be an even better race.
I think so. I see Diego's in the chat already trying to I think
Diego, that's on you, bud.
Asking for it. Yeah, you're asking for
yeah,
us
man.
to throw you under the bus and drive over you, but no. Not today.
Amazon has those search results, so that's not on us. So you can't ask us.
All right, Adam, I'm gonna let you run us over this track map, because otherwise you're gonna get a left here right there.
I don't know how I can do it right now. No, this is a great one. This is, in my opinion, it's a very fun track. It's a challenging track. Even with a pretty long front straight, it's not an easy overtaking track. We do have a false turn one. I'm not sure why it counts. I'm sure it's probably a marshalling post type of thing, but yeah, just a little bit of kink on the front straight into the Timberillo chicane of 2 and 3. It's a pretty fast chicane. You can get through here too wide, but it's tricky. Our drivers tonight shouldn't have a problem. After that, they're flat out through 4, and again, just have to behave well, can really get through there too wide. And then we get into the second chicane, very Onta Villeneuve, Villeneuve. Thinking Charlie Villanueva. But no, it's for Gilles Villeneuve, the great Formula One driver, and also possibly his son, Jacques Villeneuve, the champion. But yes, a very fast and tricky chicane. The second part of the chicane at turn 6, it really tightens up. Very easy to go off track on the exit and catch on the gravel, and then get really bogged down into the hairpin of turn 7 at Tosa. It is an overtaking opportunity, again, if someone makes a little bit of a mistake, or you just have a much better exit out of turn 6. You can take multiple lines through here. But yeah, a little bit of a late entry, and then really maximizing the exit. And then turn 8, you're still flat out through there. And then Piratella, a very, very tricky downhill left-hander. Again, a very easy spot to overextend. But this one, you're going to have a really good chance of picking up an off-track warning if you go all 4 off. 10, you're flat out again. And then 11, 12, and 13, the Aqua Minerale. Goodness gracious, it's a very tough set of corners. You're still going downhill into 11. You're having to brake hard, but not as hard as you think. And then you can kind of send it around the corner. But then for 12 and 13, your braking has to be good. If it's not, you're going to have a really good shot of going out on the outside of 12, which is going to put you in a bad spot for 13, and then the short straight into the next chicane. Also, another really easy place to pick up an off-track warning. This is where the pain really is. The chicane of Variante Alta. Very, very big sausage curbs, but you do have to send it over them to get that maximized lap time. So it is a balancing act of running a car that's high enough to handle these curbs, but low enough that you're still getting the downforce you want. We're going to see some deaths here. It is not a 2 wide corner. It is a 1 wide corner. So our drivers are going to have to really be aware of what they're doing through that corner.
Not with that attitude.
No, someone's going to send it and it's going to end badly. That's just kind of how it goes. But then a very tricky corner, not on the face of it when you're just looking on the track map, but from 15 down to 16 to 17, you are straight downhill. You almost kind of do have to lift before you get into 16 to make sure that you don't understeer out into 17, so you are braking on the correct line on the far outside, on the far right of the track. Ravazza 1, you're really just wanting to be more patient. You're not going to lose a lot of time here, unless you're really greedy and understeer out onto the gravel. But Ravazza 2, turn 18, next to last corner of the track, you have to nail this. It is the most important exit of the track. If you get a bad exit, you're gonna be fighting into turns 2 and 3, which you would prefer not to do, but you maximize that exit, get out of there well. Through 19, you're flat out and you're across the line, and that is a lap at Imola.
There we go. Now, let's see. We'll look at our driver standings, and now that we are halfway through this season, currently being led by Mr. Anton Rushevich with 323 points. And 20 points behind him is Andrew Rados.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say it.
Nope, please don't.
And then behind him will be Diego Donarte with 290 points. Michael Mennings up to P4 with 248 points. And Renato Dornelas in there with 243. Now, if I skittle down, I can find our silver leader. It looks like Adam Krolikowski there with 162 points. And Danny Durant's not far behind, 153 points. And Noah Macumber has 144. So, even the silver championship is pretty snug.
Yeah, it is. And I was looking at the hot lap leaderboard earlier, and Noah Macumber had a top 10 lap time. So if he can convert that into qualifying today, then he could be in for a really, really good shot of possibly taking that silver lead, or at least, closing that gap by a pretty decent bit. Krolikowski wasn't too far behind. I don't think I clocked where Danny Durant's was at, but Danny's always there. Very consistent, very good driver. So even if he doesn't qualify well, I would expect him to move up quite a bit in the race. So yeah, and then Fire Case, he's a little bit out of it, 33 points behind McCumber. But even then, I'm not going to count him out of it either. So, yeah, silver championship, gold championship. We're looking good.
All right, our
And then
teams. Yep.
Yeah, please break T1 with Thiago Denarte, Chandler Williams, with a very slim 3-point lead over Italian Brain Rot of Anton Rishovic and Omar Escorcia. And then a bit of a gap down to TSE and P3 with Jeremy Mercer and Peter O'Brien. Not an unattainable gap, but it's going to be a tough one, just considering how our drivers and our top two teams have been performing all season. They've all been top 10 threats at every race, so it won't be easy, but Jeremy Mercer and Peter O'Brien, both very, very good drivers, so not impossible. Same with our team NP4, team fake name Mr. Certain Guy Manperson. They're 3 points behind P3 with 375 points. And then in P5, we have Dan Cran and Gomer Wilson and the Lambo King, Timon and Pumbaa. They're not out of it either, only 30 points behind P4, so it's still a lot left to fight for in the team championship. Also worth pointing out is that all of our standings do reflect our drivers' lowest scoring race as their drop race. So things will get shaken up quite a bit as the back half of the season continues, because their drop race will continue to evolve. But right now, I think this is a pretty solid look at how our teams have been performing. I mean, our P1 and P2, they've been the class of the field all season.
Yeah, no, we are lining up for qualifying for our silver division as we speak. They're going out there to warm up tires, looks like. So we'll head on over there, see who's out. Porsche's out here getting their tires warmed up, or as warm as they can.
Yeah, very, very cold conditions we have. 10 track, 10 ambient. Track is only fast though, so that is going to be a pretty big detriment to our silver drivers. So we can see a couple silver drivers are trickling out of the pit lane late, and I think that might be a sound tactic so they can hopefully get the best track possible. But also our drivers that go early, they might get an extra lap compared to those drivers. So it is a bit of a balancing act. Goodness gracious. Those easy to pronounce words are really tripping me up tonight. So yeah, it is a little bit of, do I want the best track or do I want to get the most amount of laps in? And yeah, we still have looks like two cars still trickling out of the pit lane. So yeah, we at least have a couple that think that waiting is the way to go. So we'll have to see how that works out.
Also very interesting. Hello, Iris. Nice to see you in. First thing.
Well, she's not being forced to cook or feed Anton right before the race, apparently. So.
I guess maybe he made his own dinner tonight.
Maybe.
Ha! It's been confirmed. She did not have to.
nailed it. Yeah, it's again as our drives are on their first flying lap. Anton did have the top lap time leaderboard in the Ferrari, the 488 GT3 Evo, not the 296. But the Lexus also looks pretty decent, and then the BMW M4 actually, which I don't want to say has been nowhere this season, but ooh, Krolikowski, the big slide there through the first corner at Imola. That's definitely an invalidated lap. Kind of what I was trying to highlight in the during the track walk is that if you cook that corner, you're in big trouble. Luckily for him, that is his banker, so his tires, especially with these cold temperatures, still bringing them up. So probably not a huge loss, but you would at least like to have gotten that banker in his back. Simmons with our first time lap to 41.670. Not
And
a bad time at all.
congrats, Iris, on graduating. I'm sorry it was an unfortunate thing as Movo goes backwards, but we do not want to hear that, Iris. No 6s or 7s. It's just
Graduated, unfortunately. As someone who didn't graduate, there's nothing unfortunate about graduating.
yeah, you're done. That's awesome.
Noah McCumber to the top with a 40.8 already. Wow. If we're at a 40.8 on the fast track,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if the track's going to evolve to optimum with our gold drivers, but if we're in the 40.8 already, we're absolutely hitting 39s with our gold qualifiers. So, whew. It's unfortunate because for Anton, since I can't be there to cook for him now.
Oh,
Well,
poor
he's got to learn
boy.
eventually. He's got to learn eventually.
Yeah. Trust me, Iris. Let him cook for himself once in a while. It builds character. Can't baby him too much.
I was about to never mind. No one wants to hear that. I was about to say like my sad sex. Like I love alone. It's like no, I love cooking. You know, it's fun. I was gonna make it sound sad, but it's not sad.
No, it's fantastic.
No, I love it. Noah McCumber with an even better lap, a 40.605 now.
Whoop,
Oh, but Adam
Krolikowski.
Krolikowski with a 40.4. Oh boy, no, that invalidation on his first banker not hurting him at all.
Nope.
What a lap time. But McCumber is going faster. I think this track is either ramping up or it's just these tire temps are really getting into the sweet spot because McCumber is 0.3 up on his previous lap. Oh, dropped down a little bit, but he's still tracking very well. Brian Anderson in P4, not tracking up towards pole, but a pretty nice gain at the very least.
Kelly Quick is 0.3 up on his lap. Would get him quite a few spots. Can he hold on to that? Your favorite lumps?
Very nice.
He's up almost half a second now. Let's see if we can
Yeah.
nail that exit. Ugh.
McCumber keeps shooting up about 0.3 right now. He is tracking provisional pole. I'll let you grab that. Oh, never mind. He just went to the top of the 40.350.
I was about to say, wait a minute, he is there.
And Brian Anderson jumps up to P3 with a 40.7. So McCumber, what was his time on the let me check that. On the Hot Web leaderboard, he had a 39.7. I'm guessing that was probably on an optimum track. So the fact that he has a 40.
Archie takes up to P6.
Up to P6.
And
Very nice.
bring his time up.
Yeah. Yeah, and I grabbed Josh Worley in the pip. He's tracking about 0.6 up. Oh, just dropped a little bit. But even if you can hold on to this, it'll be a good gain.
Krolikowski up, well, he was up 0.3. He's losing quite a bit of that. We'll go take a look at what he's up to. Even the 0.2 that he's got would be enough to put him back onto provisional pole.
Oh, he's got this.
Oh, I think we are invalid.
He invalidated. He just invalidated.
Oh, he's got to be so upset with himself right now.
He does have a lap though.
Yeah.
He does get another lap. So
take a look at Marvin. He's 0.7 up now.
yes, our silver drivers do have until the 10-minute mark left in qualifying, which is when our gold drivers will also leave the pits and start their qualifying. Ethan Marvin to P3.
Yeah.
Which I know Steph was
Ah.
waiting to say.
I know. Get away from me, darn it. It's all right. Simmons now just over, well, about 0.2, give or take, depending on the. See. Goes over those curbs. See a lot of bouncing around.
Wolikowski is on a bit of a heater. Oh, very good through the chicane.
And then he
validated
again. Ouch.
So he
That chicane's spitting him out wide, eh? Oh, Simmons up to P3. Finally made that happen for himself. Kelly here.
Yeah, and I don't think McCumber is going to improve. Maybe marginally. Nope, did not. So the chances of gold drivers getting between McCumber and Krolikowski are pretty slim. But that does. Assuming with Don Bellinger, we got Don Bellinger.
Worley goes up a few. Donovan just invalidated his.
Oh no. Bellinger, it's not over. He could. It was about a 10.5. Now it's under a 10th. It's not impossible. But yeah, does move up to P3 though.
It seemed as though maybe through this qualifying, Bellinger did have a little bit of difficulties. I saw him he'd get on a good lap and then invalidate somehow or have some trouble. So
yeah, to then fight up into P3. It's very, very nice.
Movo up to P10.
So yeah, that is.
I think that
Yeah.
might have been his only lap.
Said he got 5, but it might have been his only valid lap. Okay, our gold drivers, though, they are out there.
They are.
They are about to start their first time lap.
I feel like Menning should have had some kind of a zero theme on his livery for this season.
Right? That would have been nice.
I think that would have.
But as we talked about last week, he might not run the zero wing for qualifying today. So maybe he gets on the podium. We get those deets later.
Oh, I will simply ask him afterwards. if he
I
doesn't
know you
make-
will. I know you will.
Well, if he doesn't get on podium, then we probably know he did 0.
I think he's probably going to zero wing it in the race because we know he's skilled enough to do that.
Yep.
And because it's the best way to overtake, obviously, because you're running a lot less downforce.
So we'll see. We shall see. Still waiting for these guys to put in. And
I think we should be
think
seeing our
Anton-
first lap. Oh, I think he went out late. Unless he invalidated.
Oh, maybe. All right, so not him.
He's in such a no man's land by himself. I think he might be starting his first lap.
Oh, it's right. Some people were starting kind of late, I believe you had mentioned. Dornella's
Yeah, and the
just
Silvers,
went, and he's not setting a lap either.
Yeah, I wasn't tracking it for the gold, so Chandler Williams a P2 already. Sheesh. The track has gone optimum, so it is faster. But it's degrees of varying, so you know the fastest fast track isn't much different from the slowest optimum track, so it's probably not that much more rubbered in than what our silver drivers have, but it is rubbering in more. And then Mr. Serta P4
says optimum, by the way.
it does say optimum, but you know
Oh.
from fast, you know from the high fast to low optimum is not
Yeah.
a huge jump.
But Wilson does take provisional pole with a 140.19
Wow.
as his
Guy
pick for
Manperson
lap.
P2. Oh
Yeah.
man. Now I know that our faster drivers, our Antons, our Tiagos, our
As Tiago
Alright.
puts in
and are such.
P2.
Oh, P2. Okay.
Comor really threw that
Okay.
gauntlet down.
Maybe Gomer's going to be up there fighting for it. I mean, and Anton with a 40 flat couldn't even get into 39s. I mean, come on.
Washed.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Yep. He doesn't have any more Iris cooking, so you know
No, he's
he's in
done.
trouble now.
Chandler Williams is absolutely tracking pole right now, though.
Oof, look at that, and solidly too.
By 10th. Yeah, there he goes.
Yep.
Our
First
first
one.
39. Jinx. I know you didn't say it, but jinxing you anyway.
You knew I was trying to.
Mercer to
That person
P3.
here is tracking quite well for himself, almost 3/10 up. Should put him up there in the top, if not pole, then P.
Ooh. Didn't have a great. Dan Cran to the top. The Cran man. Yes, we Cran. The 39.8.
Wow.
Oh, boy. This just might be a scrap between everyone at this point. We have a Lambo, a Ford, a Ferrari, and not even a new Ferrari, an Audi, a BMW, another Lamborghini, another BMW, and then an Aston in P8. And then our first Lexus is only P10.
I will mention that Mr. Menning is back in P22, so he may very well be doing this in zero.
Yeah, he's zeroing it for sure.
Good boy. Proud of him.
Anton is so very close to tracking towards pole, but very early on the lap. Jeremy Mercer is at this point about a 10th up on pole time. He
Anton
is
just,
coming into the last couple corners.
Got quite a bit of time there, so see how it works out.
Mercer's gonna move up to
Is he
pole.
gonna do? Is he gonna do? Yep.
And then Mr. Sir, oh my God, our top 3 are 300ths right now. Our top 4 are a 10th. Incredible.
All right. So, whoop.
And Chandler Williams, he's tracking back on pole again already.
Well, your
Oh, he
buddy
just
Anton's
lost
doing
a little
really
bit.
well right now.
He really is. He's at the end of the lap. Just has to know these last 2 corners.
And nail it.
Last
he seems
corner,
to be
very tidy. No,
losing a
this
little
will
bit on the
put him
straight, but it's not gonna hurt him
Pole
too
by
much.
a 10th. Yep, with Denarte P2, Mercer P3. Goodness gracious. Dornelis is a couple tenths up, but not quite enough to battle for pole on this lap. But now his lap is over. But does get one more and moves up to P4. Mr. Sir, oh goodness. This is very... Oh, he was at 2/10 and dropped back down. Could do it. Dan Cran is tracking close. We don't have enough eyeballs for this.
Yeah.
Kelvin Lau might surprise. He's a 10.5. He's 3.37 off, but about a 10.5 up on his previous time. He can
And there's
find
Guy.
Nope. And Guy. I mean, and Dan. And yeah, Kelvin moves up to P8. I mean, yeah, both the Lambos, I mean, they're looking very... Oh, Dan is invalidated, but I think he's going to get... He will get one more lap.
Meter pops up to E15.
And Guy, I mean, yeah, Guy, it's marginal, but he could... He's not going to get it on this lap, but he will get one more as well, assuming he is fueled for it. And I think at this point, that's the concern is, are they fueled for this next lap? I think many drivers won't be, but some will be. Anton still has it by just under a 10th to Denarte, followed by Man Person, who yellow flags. That will be his qualifying over. Oh, Denarte's up big now.
Oh my.
2.5 tenths, tracking at 2, but still has about a minute left in the lap. Anton is at his delta, but Denarte, he's just got to get through here, through Aquaminerale. Very clean, all 3 corners, lost about a half of a tenth, but he is still tracking pole. Gomer Wilson also tracking pole.
Oh, and I believe, look,
Denarte,
did he invalidate?
You're right. But Gomer Wilson goes to pole. Gomer Wilson
Woo.
by 100th. Anton is a 10.5, 2 tenths up now. Oh, so, oh man.
But also
Denarte,
looks
he gains
invalid.
speed. He is
Unless
invalid.
we're wrong.
No, he's invalid. That's
Yeah,
Gomer Wilson pole. That is Gomer Wilson on pole. And Anton is he's up a quarter of a second, but he invalidated. He is going to finish the lap out just to put the time on the board, but it will not count. Dornelis and P6 still out, but not improving. No one else is out on track. So that is Gomer Wilson in the Lambo pole. Anton P2, Denarte P3, Man Person P4, Mercer P5. That is
All right.
Lambo, 488 GT Evo, Mustang, BMW M4, Audi, top 5, followed by a McLaren. So our top 6 are all different cars. Incredible stuff.
All right, I'm going to run our ad read quick while we wait for them to line up.
Let's do it.
A huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favourite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you to our affiliates, Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. AT 3D Sim Shop. Upgrade your sim racing experience today with premium 3D printed accessories featuring precision crafted magnetic shifters, sleek cable management solutions, versatile stream deck mounts, and immersive dashboard displays. Their innovative designs enhance performance and style, elevate every lap with top-tier quality and craftsmanship at at3d.net. Go Setups, premium esports setups for everybody. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. Castle and Cauldron, a home-based crafting business specializing in handmade Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, and Fairy World collectibles. Magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumery, cosplay, and much more. Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Visit facebook.com/Castle Cauldron. And from KP Concepts, your source for custom automotive renderings, graphic design, and printing. We spend countless hours making you look all good for the spectacle. Check out kpconcepts.com for more.
Go rates. Hello. We're back.
We back.
So they're going to start moving.
As we were back, we are moving. Stephanie brought up a great point. We essentially had perfect class qualifying. All of our golds, 1 through 16, except for one who I believe had a Q ban or couldn't make qualifying. And then after that, all of our silver drivers. So we are in order. It's straight class battles. Obviously, things will get mixed up. But on pole this evening, we have Comer Wilson. In P2, we have Anton Rushevic. In P3, we have Thiago Dinarte. Starting in 4th, we have Guy Manperson. Rounding out our top 5, we have Jeremy Mercer. In 6th, we have Renato Dornelis. Mr. Sir is in P7, followed by Dan Cran in P8. Kelvin Lau in P9.
Somebody moves
Chandler
around.
Williams. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Then Chandler Williams rounding out our top 10. And we have Jacob Hall in 11th. Franco Sanchez, I believe that's correct, in 12th. Yes, Franco Sanchez is in P12. In 13th, we have Michael Minning. In 14th, we have Andrew Wilson. Joel Moffat is in 15th. Peter O'Brien in 16th. Noah McCumber in 17th. In 18th, we have Adam Krolikowski, followed by Don Bellinger in 19th. Max Simmons in 20th. In 21st, we have Ethan Marvin, followed by Brian Anderson in 22nd. Danny Durance in 23rd. Anthony Kelly in 24th. Kevin Blanchett in 25th. Amos Movo in 26th. John Archie 27th. Fire Queso 28th. Joshua Worley 29th. Jacob Rogers 30th. Vincent Kahn, I believe. Yes, Vincent Kahn in 31st. Donovan Colton 32nd. Marco Sergio 33rd. Wilson Fernandez 34th. John Last 35th. And Paulie Hartman in 36th.
Yep.
Yeah, a couple pit lane starters. But no, we are coming into the final 2 corners. And yeah, we will be going green very soon.
Williams, who was our P10 start, is sitting in the pits. So.
Oh no, he was on track too. I believe Did we not see him when we were going through? Is that maybe what caused the issue earlier?
Maybe, but he's still. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but if you didn't hit start, then he can't take the start, so you got to start from the pits. But
anyway, we're coming
this
up.
This will be a fun run. The Lambo versus the 488 GT3 Evo. It's not as bad as the 296 on the start, but I think the Lambo probably has the grunt. But I think that a Ford and P4 or that M4 and P3 might be a threat.
It'll be a good one.
The line is further along. It is not at the finish line. It is a different start line. It will be right here before the pit exit.
There they go.
Gomer's away well. Anton gets a break in that free air, though. Has the inside in the second part.
Right there.
They barely touch, but Gomer's through.
Ooh.
And then Guy Manperson is getting on the inside of Anton.
Where's that Denarte?
Oh, you're right. That is Denarte. But
and he bumps.
Oh, they touch.
Push him out. Yeah.
He's still alive, though. That's what matters.
Still
Lost
alive.
a few positions. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Unfortunately, there he lost.
Ugh.
In the midfield, we are clean. We are clean so far.
Yep, looking good. A little bit tight in there, but we're good.
Ooh, behave,
looks
boys,
potential.
behave.
A little back there. We're doing all right.
Further up in the field, they have separated out, and yet our drivers are behaving. They're not forcing the two wides, and even if they are, they took it slow enough. Very, very well behaved. Have to imagine that Jason Allen gave a. He must have given a driver's briefing of the ages this evening.
I don't know. Jess is saying D3 just had a parking lot moment, so.
Oh no!
It sounds like Jason didn't yell at the right people.
That sounded all right. Oh, this is a good run here. Kevin Blanchett, I think, with an Amos Movo.
Look at that.
I think Blanchett's
With the Archie right there.
High already.
Oh.
Yeah. Very up. Oh no! Ooh, Amos, no!
Well, it's a different line.
Could have been worse.
Could have definitely been worse.
Good rejoin as well.
Seemed to work out well.
And
for
we
him.
have someone. Okay, that's Polly Hartman from the pit lane. Must not have started correctly. Now I think he's in the pits.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe he had into. I don't know, because Chandler Williams is up with the. No, he's not even caught the field. The pit lane here is super long, so that is a problem for the pit lane start. So yeah, that has to be why, and then I think they probably are both just taking their pit now to lessen that pain, just to get it over with.
Uh-oh, Kai Manperson slides past Anton. I'm going to back that up a little bit so we can see what happened there. They really weren't all that close last time I checked.
I think it's going to be an RNG moment here at the chicane.
Oh, no, you just slide coming out of there, and yeah.
I think we kind of talked about it last week during the interviews, but this track, along with some others during one season, essentially ended the Grid Thieves conglomerate because we took the 488 Evo, the 488 Evo, our entire conglomerate, and the schedule was maybe the worst possible one. But Anton's fighting back. He's gonna slide through. Oh, what a move! What a move! Put that on the highlight reel for sure, Anton. Nicely done.
Oh, that just gave Gomer a 2.5 second lead, though.
Yeah, a very nice breathing room gap for him. But if Anton's going to overtake like that, then I'd be a little bit worried of what his pace might look like. Yeah, and we're not very spread out as far. I mean, Gomer to Anton, but after that, very large trend. Oh, we have a yellow. That looks like a chicane though for Amos Movo. I'll grab that. In the pip. Yeah, that's. Oh, the first part of the chicane spit him out to the right. That is. I mean, that's the worst thing you can have happen there. Has to reverse out of the that little runoff area. That's not even a runoff area because cars don't run off there, but I don't know what else to call it. No, but he has rejoined, but has lost quite a few positions. Chandler Williams, who's taking his pit stop, is taking the fastest lap of the race, 40.8. Gober at a 40.5 last time, but he did invalidate it. And kind of the rest of the field, they're really just kind of in dirty air. So I think this clean lap from Anton, I think that'll be a bit of a marker for us to look at as far as lap times go.
Oh, Chandler Williams currently took the fastest lap with a 140.8, but he's still sitting back at E33. I believe he was in the pit at the start. So
he also took his pit stop. Him and Paul and John Laz have all taken their pit stop. Mercer and the Audi gonna run on man person here. I don't think he's quite close enough, but he is.
He's looking like he might beg to differ. He's gonna like give him something to think about at least.
I think he's got a good run there. That's not gonna be enough in the next chicane though.
So many peaks.
No, and it's on the quality of Jerry Mercer. I mean, guy, man, person, also an incredible driver as well, but Mercer, a former champ. Not really someone you necessarily want to be battling with. He's a fantastic driver, and he's gonna do everything he can to get around you. But I think Gomer's up to the task.
It's thus far.
Or Guy, not Gomer. Guy.
I'm just like Gomer's doing great.
Gomer's controlling the race right now. I mean, Anton's not really. I mean, picked up a couple tenths on the last lap, 10th and a half, but
it comes and goes.
Not a lot.
Really. Keep an eye on Chandler. I expect to see him just thundering through the field in a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, having taken his pit, but I mean his tires aren't. It's only going to be one lap fresher than everyone else, so I don't know what his. How well that's going to work for him, but I mean, even so, he's not. He's he's only 27 seconds off the leader. That doesn't seem right, but he is. I don't know if because he started from the pit lane, it's counting that as a pit stop.
Yeah, I'm curious.
It has to be, because there's no way if he took his full stop, gosh, no. I mean, race control say he took a full stop. If that's true, if he's really 28 seconds off leader, then he's probably the biggest blunder I've ever seen in my entire life. Because he'll easily cycle to the lead. Man Person has just passed Anton.
What?
Looks like Anton maybe had issues with the chicane again.
Again.
And then Guy Man Person got around him. But then Anton gets him back, and then as we're watching live...
Jeremy's in there.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I'm Dornelis.
Anton holds on. Yeah, I mean, this was kind of my whole thinking with the 488. You know, obviously, you know, not every track on the calendar is like this, but this track in particular, it's just so unfriendly to this car on the large and the chicane on those oh my goodness, I've completely forgotten the word for it. Help.
The sausage curbs?
Yes, the curbs, the huge sausage curbs.
The lumps? The track lumps?
The lumps, yes. The track's lovely lady lumps.
Mr. Sir taking on a Denarte here. They are scrapping away with Dan Cran, like, just looking to gobble him up behind. Oh, there's some cars doing some funky stuff.
No, we have a lot of jumping around. I mean, that was not just one car, that was multiple cars.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gotta be something to keep an eye on.
Yes.
That's
Knock
still
on
happening.
some wood, cross our fingers.
Oh
and...
boy. Yeah, we need this to stop right now.
Yep. There's enough screwiness going on.
Yeah. But with all this fighting, Comer Wilson stretches lead to 4.7 right now.
Look at that. Wow.
Just having himself a day. And I mean, yeah, this Anton back to Franco Sanchez in 11th. I mean, that's a train. That is a huge train.
Oh,
I wonder who's gonna. Yeah, I wonder who's gonna blink first out of this. I gotta wonder. I think Jerry Mercer, Ronaldo Dornelis, Mr. Sir, or even Denarte in 7th. I gotta think one of them is gonna say, I can get out of this, because you're not gonna pit in traffic. There's no chance of pitting in traffic right now. The field is so tight that you might, closer towards the halfway point of the race, you might cruise up to the back of the field right now, but I don't think so. I think someone's got to pull the trigger out of this.
Well, they don't have to.
They don't have to, but I think someone's going to, and I think that they're going to reap a reward from it. And I'm curious to see what's going to be. Or does Anton go defensively and pit first?
Fernandez getting a spot over on Rogers here as they come through this.
On the outside.
Yeah.
Man, there's Chandler Williams.
I think he's going to be powering on through that field.
He is.
Ending
I
up ahead here on Peter O'Brien. But Peter just didn't want to bother. He was like, "Yep, you have it. Just take it. I'm not fighting with you."
And
Fernandez
sometimes
goes
that
to the
is. There we go. Yeah, I mean, not fighting a faster driver is at times a very good strategy.
Up ahead, Jake Paul takes the spot from Calvin Lau. And Sanchez right behind him. Ooh, I see Fran and Hall have a decent gap, so that it's breaking up a little bit on its own.
Well, I think Cran and Lau were fighting before that, and that allowed Jacob Hall to then get through on Kelvin Lau.
Wow. And now look what it's done.
Yeah, it's completely upset the order a little bit. No, I think going into the main straight on this lap, Dan and Kelvin were fighting, then Dan came out in front, and maybe through some more of that fighting, Jacob was able to sneak by on Kelvin. But no, is anyone going to pit out of this front group?
Well, Sanchez did.
Sanchez does. He was at the back end of the group, but he was in the group.
He was. So Calvin Lau is now up on Jacob. Bits. The P1, 2, and 3 have kind of settled out, but Mercer's putting some pressure on Guy Manperson for the P3.
Yeah, and Anton's picked the pace up a little bit. He picked up 4.5 tenths on Gomer on this last lap, so
Well,
Anton does have the pace.
Yes, he does. Well, Gomer did take the purple lap back.
That was on a previous lap. He does still have the purple lap, but not on this last one. But
Now,
that was Anton's fastest lap, so
Ian?
Gomer has the pace.
Chandler's in the pit again.
Okay, yeah, I don't think that was a stop then that was counted before. But it should have been stopped for a minute and a half. I don't know if that was... I don't know if since he maybe got forced into the pit lane something, he maybe tried to do a lap 0 stop, which doesn't work, I would assume. Because, yeah, now he's back in. Yeah, I don't know. That's so weird that race control showed him for a full stop, and yeah, now it's showing a second stop. So I don't know.
Denarte going in.
Maybe. Ooh, that's big. That's what we're gonna have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, so that front group is now totally spread out, except for like a little bit. You've got P3 and 4 kind of close, P5 and 6 kind of close.
Yeah, and now as more of our drivers from the midfield and back start pitting, now the risk of Max Simmons off in the gravel.
Back 30 from him.
Too much curve.
Maybe, or just no, not here.
I think it's going to be right here. I think it's just going to carry too much speed.
Yep.
Oh no, little too much curve. Yeah, that'll happen, of course.
Oops.
All things considered, not the worst outcome from that.
Nope. Puts him back in the group with Kevin Blanchett, Fire Queso, and John Archie. So at least he has friends now.
Yeah, not all by himself. Let's see. Denarte, a minute 23 off the lead. And a full stop is about 1:14, 1:15 total time lost in the pit lane. So Denarte, right at this moment, would not be challenging for those front positions, but he would be challenging for the top 5 just on where everyone's going to come out in the pits. Gomer did respond on that previous lap. Him and Anton almost had identical lap times, 500ths difference to Anton. No one else. Calvin Lau down in P8 had the fastest lap of the last lap and his fastest lap of the race, so he is picking it up, but in P8 gonna need to close up on Dan Cran, do some overtaking.
Yeah, it's a bit of a quiet spot in the race at the moment. We are almost 20 minutes in.
Good math, good math. A little over 20 minutes, but that's okay.
Oh, Mr.
Mercer
Sir
to the
going-
pits. And Mr. Sir. Okay, that's big. That's big. That's going to force everyone else. Brian Anderson as well. But yeah, everyone that was in that leading group is now going to have to reassess their plan. I believe that's Fire Queso into the pits.
Yes. Archie and Casey,
Yeah.
I believe, fighting.
I gotta imagine Anton and Gomer aren't gonna pit right away. Oh, is that Krolikowski and Peter O'Brien?
Yes, sir.
Nice fight. Come on. And neither of them have pitted, so they are fighting for position. But yeah, as I was saying, I gotta wonder, Man Person, Dornells, Dan Cran, Calvin Lau, Michael Manning, are they going to respond to that pit stop of Donarte and Mr. Sir, or are they gonna go a little bit long? With these cold temperatures, I mean, they're not gonna be killing their tires. This track it's tough on tires, but it's not. You have to pit, right at the halfway mark to maximize. You can do a 40-20 or a 20-40 split and still be pretty okay.
And then you got the colder temperatures on top of that. No. Man Person and Dornellis are in. Krolikowski's in.
Krolikowski in. So yeah, Man Person, Dornellis, they responded right away. And I think what I was trying to get at earlier is Wilson and Brushevik, they're not going to respond to that at all. They're gonna run. Especially Gomer, he doesn't need to pit until everyone else pits, unless someone is going to drive into his delta, which right now no one is close. Now with these drivers pitting that we just had, it might be a threat. So that's something he's going to have to keep an eye on, but it's not something that he's going to have to worry about immediately. That's something that'll show itself in a few laps. I think his biggest problem right now is his last lap he invalidated, but we don't know if he got a track cut warning. So that could be a concern if he even has one, especially if he has two, but I imagine that considering how great of a driver he is, he's probably not picked cuts up. It's just been validation, so he's probably perfectly fine with that situation.
Ding Dong, the fastest lap is currently a 140.407.
Yeah, and with our pit stops, our drivers do have to take tires. They cannot add fuel, so they have to start on full fuel. So after these tire changes, we're going to see some very fast lap times.
Mr. Sir here and Mr. Dornellis are looking for that spot. They both completed their pits. Anton goes in. Peter O'Brien.
Yeah, and I think assuming that Anton comes out, Dan Cran stays out, Kevin Lau stays out, Michael Benning stays out, and Andrew Wilson stays out. So And then further down we have John Archie, Peter O'Brien, Dan Endurance, Vincent Kahn, Jacob Rogers, Donovan Colton, Amos Movo. Also, Donovan's in the pits. Not Peter O'Brien, and Durant's also in the pits. So we are mostly done with our pit stops already. I would imagine Gomer is probably going. I would think he responds to that just to make sure he doesn't lose too much. But he also just did a 40.7, so I mean his lap times are still pretty good. But at this point, I think you have to think about maximizing tires and ensuring you don't get undercut. I think he pits right here.
We'll find out.
Nope. Yep.
There he goes.
I think that's 100% the right call.
Yep. And it'll just be a matter of, does he lose time to Anton in the pit, or?
Yeah, and there he is. Anton is in perfectly clean air with no one around him, so Gomer should come out in front of him easily and reap that same benefit of clean air. So yeah, so Kelvin and Minning, Dan Crank came in. I think we cracked that, and Andrew Wilson also came in. John Archie is in. So let's see, what did Anton in a good pit, 31 seconds stopped, 113 total pit time. So Gomer just needs to come close to matching that.
All right, he's still parked. Check it in a minute.
He had a 32-second stop, but he's moving.
All right,
so he lost
a
second stopped, but that doesn't mean he's going to lose in total pit time. He had a good pit box. And yet, total pit time, a second slower. So he lost a second in the pits, but that's not a problem. He couldn't have cleaner air. He has almost an entire sector of clean air.
Yep. So he comes out 4 seconds ahead. He's going to lose some of that in this lap, probably.
I would imagine so. I would imagine he'll lose about half second or second, but once he warms us back up, he's going to have a lot fresher tires and the pace that he had before. I mean, that's not just going to go away. Kelvin Lau and Michael Minning are still out. And
Another
so
news.
Kelvin,
Denarte is really fighting Mr. Sir through here with Dan Cran right behind. So.
oh yeah, they've got to. These two just seem linked for this race right now.
It always seems
Dornelis is right there.
be like a couple of drivers who are always like an entire race next to each other fighting the whole time.
That is the blessing and the curse of D1. On my best day, I was maybe up here in the top 15 fighting with these guys, but it's just like you just get stuck, even if it's just like a small, like 3 or 4 car train. It's just like, oh boy, it's just like I'm doing my maximum pace just to hold on to these guys, and it's so frustrating. But these guys, they're on the limit every lap, and they just hold on to each other. It's so much fun to watch. So I wonder how much further Kelvin and Michael and Vincent Kahn are going to go. I would imagine not much further. Because this lap right here will be the halfway mark. I think Kelvin is in. Yes, he is. And Michael's also in, I think. Nope, Michael stayed out. Okay, interesting. That is interesting. His best lap's just a 40.0.
By the way, back here,
40.8,
McComber and
sorry.
Krolakowski are fighting, and that would be, I believe, could be for the silver win on this one. Khan is just going in the pits now, so I'm not sure where he will be in relation to these two folks.
He will come out behind them, but I don't think it's gonna really be in the battle.
So these will be our two silver, our top two silver drivers in this race, and they're pretty close. So that's
Yeah,
expect to see
and
them do some
Krolakowski took the silver win last week. So looking for a back-to-back, but I mean, McCumber, you know, as we talked about earlier when we were looking at the standings, I mean, he's right there in the fight for the silver championship. So this is big championship implications if he can get back around. But I mean, right now it looks like Krolakowski is almost more likely to overtake O'Brien than McCumber is to overtake Krolakowski.
Yeah,
But
it was
as we
really
know-
close, but right.
No, go ahead.
Well, they were, but I'm not sure where my brain is. As Menning goes in the pits already. You were wondering when he was going to take it, and now he did.
Right at the halfway mark. No, one last thing on this is that, you know, as these things go, when you're in these tight battles, almost the best time to overtake someone is when they're trying to overtake someone else, but they don't get the pass done. So McCumber can play the long game here and see if Krolakowski can try to make a move on O'Brien, and even if he does make a move on O'Brien, he can probably have a pretty good chance of getting through there as well. So he doesn't have to just try to overtake Krolakowski. He can wait and do a couple different things, but you know, you also could just overtake him on pace if the opportunity arises.
In other news, Denardi has taken the purple lap. Oh, sorry, scratch that. Anton now took it.
Dirt. Anton
with
said
the
nah.
139.9. So first.
There we
sub
go.
40.
First 39 of the race.
Denardi really pushing on Mr. Surthrough here. That's
And
close.
Michael, going long, fell all the way down back to P12. I think he lost out a lot there. I think he had moved his way up to P10 before people started pitting. But now he does have fresh tires. So it'll be interesting to see if he can move up through here. But this battle for the lead, I mean, Gomer just pushed it back out. It was 3.5, now it's 4. It's over 4. So it's, I think the very hard to predict nature of the 488 Evo through the chicanes and on the curbs is probably hurting Anton. We know he has the raw pace, but he hasn't had the consistent lap times. And I think that's been the biggest problem. I think it was a car problem at this track. I don't think that's a driver problem because he has 3 wins in a second so far this season, and tracking for another second. So yeah, or no, he didn't have a second last week. Sorry, he was tracking that way, but ended up 4th. So I think 2 wins, a second and a 4th for Anton, which seems disappointing somehow, which is insane. And that's Peter O'Brien on Michael Menning. I don't think he's going to out-drag him. No, Michael gapped him, actually.
Ooh, Laz. Having a little bit
Oh
of
no,
an
John
incident there.
Laz.
Take a look at that.
Oh, on a moment. We don't have Rados with us tonight. He's on vacation. Yeah, a little bit of a Honda moment on that first part of the chicane. We were promised we're gonna have hot Cheetos livery at Snetterton, though. It's very exciting.
That is exciting. I don't know if it was a Honda moment. He got knocked by Alexis. I backed it up pretty
Nope.
far, so.
Well, you did the right thing because we got to see a lot of stuff happening. So,
Yeah.
no, not a Honda moment at all. It started with a Honda moment, but it did not end with a Honda moment.
No. Blanchette taking a spot from Queso a little further back. Arjun wants to redeem a bottoms up for you.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot left in the drink, but you can. It's not gonna be fun for anyone. It's just gonna be me drinking like an inch of bourbon with like mostly ice. At this point, I think it's mostly water.
Oh yeah, some bourbon flavored water.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just kind of my night juice at this point because I want to go to bed. It's just the race is over.
Oh, Brian here and Mac.
Oh!
And through. Little bump.
That was important because Krolikowski did get by O'Brien, so that's huge for McCumber to get through. Obviously, a little bit of a nudge, but no issue there. So, no, yeah, now McCumber can set his eyes back on Krolikowski.
Now, Moffat's right behind O'Brien. I don't know if he's got it in him to get in there so he can get by him.
Oh, I bet he does. I don't know. Pierre O'Brien's fast lap is 40.5, so his raw pace is fine. But he is up a position for the race, but I mean, he doesn't, at this moment, he doesn't seem to have the pace. So I don't know if he has damage. It doesn't look like it, but he might. Or I don't know if he maybe accidentally took used tires of the pit stop, which is possible, but not likely. Yeah, and then checking back in at the front, 3.3. Anton is gaining on Gomer, but not at a huge gap. 3/10 the last lap. He's going to have to keep that up every lap at this point to have a chance. And that also was the fastest lap of the race by Anton. The fastest lap of the race overall, not just for him. So he is cooking a bit. So it's not over out front. As DeMarte was just almost pushing Mr. Sir out of that last chicane. With Dan Cranon right behind, just waiting to pick up the scraps if they touch each other and crash.
These three have been at it for, I don't know how many laps now, most of the race.
Honestly, I think it's been almost the entire race.
Yep. Not even the pit stop broke them up.
No, they just found each other again.
Yeah.
You almost kind of really like to see that kind of love in real life.
You know, right?
Dante, way out there. Dan Crane slides through.
Says thank you.
Yeah, but that doesn't lessen the battle. I mean, Denarte just kind of slotted right back in. So, oh no, this is. No, McCumber hasn't really separated himself from O'Brien. Hasn't really caught up to Krolikowski. So maybe, I mean, Krolikowski was maybe just being that much held up by Peter O'Brien at that moment. So, we'll see though. We still have 20 minutes. Yeah, I mean, O'Brien, I mean, it's under 4/10 at this moment. So, I mean, yeah, it's, I'd say at the very least they have similar pace. A drive-through for Blanchette from P24. That's a race ender, essentially.
Ouch.
Oof. It's a big penalty here. It's a long pit lane. And that would be due to track cut warnings at this point in the race.
Now, Durant and Bellinger have actually been going back and forth a couple times throughout the race, just kind of quietly, so I'm not sure if it's from mistakes. But I've been noticing them.
They look a little settled at the moment, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think these are two drivers that are, I think you could probably argue are good enough to be in gold, but I mean, obviously you can only have so many drivers in the gold division, so some people have to be left out, but yeah. We'll have to see if they can keep going, because I think Durant's is the highest placed Porsche at the moment. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Max Simmons is right behind him, and I believe they are teammates. I do believe they are teammates.
Okay.
So, oh, that was who had there was a yellow out.
It was Colton, and then it disappeared. So I think that he actually disconnected because he is gone from the server. Or it was an alternate F4. I've had enough. I'm not sure which.
No, yeah, that was definitely something. Yeah, you're right. He is gone. Very unfortunate. When I caught the yellow, it looked like it was Michael Minning, and I was like, "Oh, that's new."
Yeah.
But he's still. That was a weird one, because I don't think he was that high up. But yes, I mean, when he could have had an incident in RTG and then left the server, which then would cause him to hop up, potentially, and then hop back down, and the standings would disappear. Because I saw Michael Minning at 13th for like a second, and I was like, "Oh no, like, what's he done?" So yeah, I think you're right. I think someone returned to the garage and then left.
Or got disconnected from the server for some reason.
Yep.
Lost power.
Yep. Which we have seen in the most brutal ways last season, when Art unfortunately had a disconnect from lead on the last race because of weather. That was heartbreaking. Oh, Kelvin Lau with a huge run on Franco Sanchez.
Look at that.
Takes the inside, easy done. Kelvin back into the top 10. No teammate in sight for Kelvin, unfortunately. He who will not be named. I was just
abandoned him.
I was just able to become equal to Voldemort. I don't know how we made it this far, but that's where we're at.
Wow.
Sorry, Jeff. Well done by Kelvin. Then we get by Franco Sanchez. Get up in P9.
Nice job.
Dare I say, I don't think he's over. I don't think he's done.
Mm-hmm. So we have the Sir, Cran, and Denarte battle. They're all nice and bunched up again.
Yeah, I mean, he could. What's the pace for Mr. Sir last lap was a 40.5, and Kelvin did a 40.4, which would have been behind Sanchez. So Kelvin, you know, not necessarily saying he's going to have the pace to pass the 3 cars in front, but he might have the pace to cruise up and get into this battle and make it a 4, and then if Sanchez can hang on, maybe a 5-car battle for P6. We'll have to keep an eye on that. With only 15 minutes left, there might not be enough time for that, but we'll see. Kelvin's already got the gap down to a 2.5, so it could be. He could just get in there. And as that's going on, I mean, Anton, he's still chipping away a little bit, but just not enough. It's dipped below 3 seconds a little bit. It was just at 2.7, but it's just not enough. It's not even a 10th on the last lap. So Gomer seems to have this handled at the moment, but again, a little over 14 minutes left. A 3-second gap is not insurmountable. But now it just grew to 3.3, so it almost just looks like track sectors. And one of them strong somewhere, the other strong elsewhere. But ultimately, the lap time is shaking out close to the same, so we'll see. And I don't think Anton's gonna gain anything here. I don't know. They do have a very healthy gap to Guy Manperson in P3. Not to come here to curse Anton, but I think if Anton was in the picture, I think we did have Mercer on an interview earlier, so I would say we could have an all-new podium, but for the season, but I don't think that's the case. I think Mercer has been on the podium. Last race, I think he was maybe on the podium. Am I wrong?
Oh, I'm the last person to ask.
Oh no, you should be the first person I ask.
My memory's terrible.
I'll find it. I swear we talked to Jeremy last race.
I think you are correct.
No, we didn't talk to Jeremy.
We had
2 races ago at Barcelona. Jeremy finished me through. We talked to Jeremy. I knew we had talked to him.
Anderson here is giving another Wilson a little bit of heat.
Yeah, and if he can even pick up a position, that would be good for him for the Silver Championship. I don't believe that he's in the championship fight at the moment, but you never know what can happen. One good result can help out and push him forward for the rest of the season, so even just getting 1 here could be helpful. And yeah, again, looking at the silver fight, Montgomery, it's still 1.1, 1.2 to Krolikowski, so he has gapped Peter O'Brien by about a 1.5 seconds, so he doesn't have the pressure behind, but he's not really getting a Krolikowski.
So it looked like Calvin now has joined the Mr. Sir's train. Like hopped on the booth.
Let's go. That didn't take very long. Yes, so I mean, weirdly enough, not something to say very often, but Mr. Sir seems to be the cork in the bottle.
Yeah.
It's crazy. yeah, here on board with the Cranimal, aka the Cran Man, aka Daniel Cranial.
Just handing out
Close,
all
but-
his nicknames tonight.
Well, Daniel Cranial is what I name myself sometimes on Discord, just for fun. And Adam Santa. And so those are my alter egos on the SRA Discord.
Now I know. Look,
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Donovan D'Anthony Cranthony. Also a great one. I did not come up with that one. It's a really good one. No, it's again, I think Mr. Sir, he's just fast. He's fast in the right places right now, and oh boy. I think that
oh,
was
Calvin and
Hall.
Duarte here. Look at that.
Oh, that is Kelvin.
It is. Let's take the inside here.
I mean, he.
That they're.
Oh.
Ooh, that's some elbows out,
Ooh.
but he takes it from Denarte. And bumping.
Yeah, I'd love to see that from a different angle, not necessarily from us. I can do that. I have that power. I just want to kind of see how close they are. And see where they were as far as the track limits go. I don't think anything untoward happened. I think it was pretty, nah, that all looks very fair to me. I think Kelvin gave plenty of room on the outside there to get on the curb, and I mean, it's just, yeah, dirty chase cam.
The Brandon Third back at it again. Menning back here, and Nick Hall.
And Michael's got him.
Look at that. Just plows over that lump.
I'm a little surprised that Michael just really no progress.
Well, I mean, I get the impression that this 480 is not great here.
Well, in Zero Wing, it's certainly not.
Definitely not. I was going to say, then you throw that on top of it all.
And he did say that, you know, when we talked to him last week, that the Zero Wing was almost certainly going to be a huge detriment. So it's really not a surprise to see him struggling, but, you know, obviously we hoped for better just because it would have made for a much better race. But yeah, I mean, that's a tricky one. I mean, we've seen Anton in the same car and almost certainly not running Zero Wing, probably running closer to Max Wing, especially for the race. Or almost certainly Max Wing quality, probably a tick less in race. That's something we can ask him. So yeah, this is a pretty high downforce track. So low downforce is just a pretty big detriment. So yeah, not a huge surprise, but you just always kind of think Michael's just such a great driver that he's just gonna overcome everything. But I think that just kind of shows that how much you can limit yourself when you're racing high caliber drivers and you're kind of almost tying one hand behind your back.
I'm going to replay this Simmons on Durant battle we had here. Hey.
Huh. France was... I wonder if that was... I think that might have been intentional.
Maybe. Or just didn't
I'm-
get a great exit. I'm not sure which.
I'm pretty sure they are teammates, right?
Maybe?
They're the only two Porsches in this race, but I think they are teammates. I'll check that. Yes, they are teammates. I think that was Danny probably letting him by to hope they can get through and fight the cars in front. I was like, that looked way too easy.
Yeah. watching the same thing.
We are, and I'm
Okay,
changing.
I'm sorry. I changed it. You stay.
No, I'm just.
No, I did.
I'm just gap watching at this point. I'm just not even paying attention to what I have in the I'm just trying to pay attention to what is happening everywhere so we can potentially catch what's going to happen because there's so much. McCumber just got my Krolikowski. Okay, I'm grabbing that.
Grab that. And yeah, Hipsology, that Porsche livery is just so nice. He's been using that a couple seasons now.
Yeah. So McCumber's a little bit. I think Krolikowski's gonna make a mistake here. Yep, he went wide, tried to wrestle around, but really slowed himself. McCumber's gonna go through into the chicane, and yeah, that's all just that small of a mistake. Wow. Now McCumber just has to hold him off for another 425. Not going to be a huge gain in the Silver Championship. I mean, every point is going to matter. And you also don't know what the penalties ahead might be, and they might help you and not help the car behind. So a lot still to go for here in this last 4 minutes for McCumber. Especially, I mean, he's stretching the lead a little bit on Krolikowski.
And they are fighting for silver championship too, so every point counts.
No, I'm Kelvin. If Kelvin can get even Dan Crane, if he can get both of these guys in front, that'd be incredible. Back up front, because I think we've been watching the gap, but not really talking about it. It's still 3.2, 3.3 right now. It's just Anton's not picking up enough, especially now. We're at 3 minutes. Where is Gomer on track? He is in Tosa. So I think we will have this, then one more. Yeah, I believe he should take the white flag. Oh, that's going to be close. We might have two more. It's not a two more. Good joke. I wrote that one. No, yeah, I think he's gonna cross the line, and he's gonna take two more at the line. I don't think it's gonna be white flag.
Krolikowski here now back up against McCumber.
I think McCumber did extend there, but I don't. He did invalidate on this lap. I don't know if it was there, but it did look like it. But I bet he's got some speed tokens to spare at this point, and you gotta use them. You can't take them home with you. Yeah, nope. Gomer crossed the line well before a minute 40, so I believe we will have this plus one more.
Oh, hop up. Well, you got Calvin Lau and Dan Cran now.
Oh, there.
Ooh.
They were side by side there in the braking zone.
They were, and Dornelis and Mercer were real close, but that spread out a little bit.
I mean, what's crazy is that Mr. Sir isn't checking out from them, even though they're fighting.
Simmons and Durant are going at it again. So.
Oh no!
Yeah, I mean, this is.
Bump draft.
They put Bellinger in between them.
Ooh.
So maybe that was intentional.
gosh, I gotta think maybe there was a mistake. And the maybe one of the final two corners that maybe packed them up when they maybe didn't, they certainly wouldn't have wanted to, but no, Ballinger reaping the rewards from that, obviously.
Grant's there though, looking to take that spot back from Ballinger again. As Loud Grant battling away too, and
again, there are the zeros. Gomer Wilson already took the flag, and he took the white flag. So this is our final lap. So our drivers that are coming through, they will do one more.
Loud's getting the spot on Grant on that straight.
I mean, just blasted by him.
Yeah, that Lexus like straight line is being absolutely nuts.
Incredible. I think that kind of speaks to just, not to saying anything bad about Dan. He just didn't qualify as well as Gomer, but obviously that Lamborghini has the pace in it. It just doesn't have the straight line speed to battle, which is something that we've known since Lambo was put into ACC, that it just doesn't have the straight line speed. Oh, Ballinger with a huge exit there. I think he's going to lose out. Yep. Unless Durant's back through. We're holding on to position.
Well, they're not done.
No, this isn't. I think this is the last corner at this point. And, I mean, John Archie is sitting back there licking his lips saying, touch each other. Just touch each other.
I dare you. I dare you. Gomer Wilson has crossed the line in P1.
Let's go. Anton P2. Oh, my goodness. What a result.
And Guy Manperson, P3. Jeremy Mercer, 4. Dornelis, 5.
Yeah, and not to... Mr. Sir 6, Kelvin 7th, Cran 8th, Denarte 9th, Franco Sanchez 10th, Michael 11th, Jacob Hall 12th. We do a pick'em league, and so everyone that participates, they pick a driver for every division. Gomer Wilson was a very, very trendy pick in the first couple races of the season. He didn't quite have the results, but he's had the pace, and to see him convert that tonight, incredible, just absolutely incredible. Took pole, controlled the race pretty much. He did control the entire race. Very awesome to see him convert that. I don't want to do the research, and I might do it later. I would be shocked to see the last time that we had a Lamborghini win in D1. I think it's probably been a while.
It has been a long, hot minute.
It's certainly not been the last couple seasons since we've been doing D1. I know that.
It has not been since it got absolutely pounded into the ground by the bop hammer.
Oh, we got a little bit of
shenanigans.
Crossing the line. Yeah, shenanigans is probably the best way to say it. I was gonna say something with an F word. I think Jess appreciates what you said better. But no, what a race. We had an insane qualifying. A great race. We had a good battle at the front, but I mean, Gomer just controlled it. Wow, this is exciting. Get to talk to some new people.
We do. I think that's the most exciting part. Oh, there's Guy. We're taking him.
Get him.
Congratulations, Mr. Guy Manperson.
Woo, woo, woo.
Thank you. Oh, that was stressful.
Awesome drive, man. That was awesome.
Thank you. I think I like this track.
uh, Sean, I don't know. That seems surprising. No, you had a great qualifying. Did you qualify P3, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, qualified P3, finished P3, nothing wrong with that. We did see, you know, that you had a bit of a battle there into T1. That I think you and Tiago both had pretty good runs on the top two, but you did edge them out there. What were you thinking there, and how did that work out?
Oh, at the start of the race. Yeah, I think I could have sent it around him, but then I decided that we should like go single file. Otherwise, it just slows down so much, and there's so much greater chance of attack from behind. So I kind of let off going into T2 and then he got knocked off, or he hit a curb or something, and then all of a sudden I was in P3 and just gripping the wheel for dear life.
Yep. Yeah, no, it was certainly, I think both of you kind of had or not both of you, one of you had a little bit of a nose in on Anton, but it just wasn't enough. And I think it was him, and it checked him up a little bit. And then I think he maybe had to take a little bit too much of the T2 curbing, or maybe it was the T3 curbing. I can't remember.
It was the second chicane.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you're right. It was. Yes, he was on. He did take a little bit too much, but yeah, no, it was certainly great. And yeah, you obviously came ahead. After that, I think it was, I don't want to say you weren't bothered, but
yeah, Anton and I had a couple of battles. It was
you passed him twice, I think, right?
I tried to briefly. The first time I got past him, it was because his car was having problems at the death chicane, which I mean, I was just trying to stay ahead of Mercer because I know how fast that guy is. There's no way I catch him again if he passes me. So I didn't really want to, but I mean, I had to try it, and I managed to stay ahead of Anton for half a lap. So an accomplishment.
Yeah, I think you passed. You passed him after the chicane, and then he got you back in the first chicane. And I thought that you maybe had edged ahead of him again, but maybe I was misremembering.
I think I did get him in the third chicane again, and then he dove me into the last braking zone, the second to last corner, and I saw it coming. So it was a fair dive, and we went side by side, and I was just like, no, we can't be doing this. We're just let's just, Anton, you're faster. Just please.
No, that you're totally.
I just wanted his slipstream.
Yeah, I've had the exact same thoughts before. Like, you're faster than me. I don't want to fight you. Just go. No, that's such a great result. I mean, and your teammate, Mr. Sir, P6. I mean,
it's a pretty good result for the team.
If we were F1 standing it, you guys absolutely won the team championship for the day. Without, not even close. You easily did. So, absolutely well done by you guys.
Yeah, I got to shout out Mr. Sir because he found a setup, what was it, on Sunday? Threw it from some random YouTuber, gave it to me, and I don't even know where this comes from, but my God, it felt good.
Hey, doesn't matter how you do it, you did it.
And then also wanted to quickly shout out Michael and Mr. Sir for the pit call. I was waffling, and then they kind of yelled at me to get in there to cover off Mercer.
Which was definitely the right call. That's something that we were talking about in the booth during the race. It's just like, with this front battle, as soon as someone blinks, it's like everyone else is gonna have to pit at the same time. So for the exact same right thing he says, like, if Jeremy Mercer gets in front of you, just like, you're not getting around him. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
No, he gets that car gets out of the corners way too well. And it was just we had a bit of a battle coming after the pits, and I knew he was going to come up fast. So it was just a matter of, can I survive long enough that he eats his tires? And I think he did, because he started dropping back. That Audi is not nice on the tires.
No, it isn't. No, you definitely outlasted him. So no, it's such a great result for you.
Thank you. First podium.
First? Oh,
in D1 at least.
Man. Well, in D1 for sure. No, congratulations. That's awesome. Well, I don't have any more questions. I know Stephanie has at least one.
No, I have two.
I know.
Oh, okay.
How do you feel about Snetterton next week?
Snetterton, I'm torn. That was my very first win in SRA a few years ago now. So, but
Very cool.
it could be very, very ugly in the wet. So I'm very curious to see how these cars are responding in the wet there. I've never seen it. It kind of scares me.
Yeah,
So,
it's
acceptable.
such a tough track. Would you prefer it wet or dry? Do you think?
For fun, I want to say wet because I think it's
Yeah.
going to be a spectacle.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And then second question is anybody else that you haven't already given a shout out to? Who would you like to give a shout out to?
To Jason for the good luck vibes before the race, and Dan Crennan Gomer for just an absolutely solid win. Dude was wire to wire, walked away with it.
Gomer was pretty much perfect.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations again. And hopefully we talk to you again and we'll shoot you back down on the race chat.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, I guess we should grab Mr. Anton.
Oh, we're going to go bottom up? Okay. I'm cool with
Yeah, I
that.
usually take a pause. We'll save the best for last. So.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
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 you just sounded weird when you said hello. Well, congratulations again on another P2.
Yeah.
Maybe not the result you wanted, but I think it's a good one.
Shoot, man, I'm happy. The car's supposed to be minus 61 here, according to LFM. I mean, even I don't know if Steph remembers this from last week, but I specifically remember. Oh, is my mic bad? Because I was doing a bit with my friends earlier, and
You're fine.
No, you're
I think
good.
hold on. I didn't turn down the gain. I figured it out. I'm sorry. Anyway, I should sound a little bit more normal now. I remember last week, Steph was like telling Faz, what's the track next week? Because the topic of conversation was Michael and the 488. Remember Faz giving Steph a look because the 488 is not very nice here.
Nope.
I will say in qualifying, it was a blast to drive, kind of like it always is. In the race, the first 20 minutes was diabolical. First and foremost, I apologize to Tiago. I just want to give another, I guess, a vocal apology. It was very tricky on lap 1, so sorry about the curb bounce. I'll let the stewards decide. The rest of it was just like trying to figure out the line in the chicane, and I had it figured out for every single practice session that I did before today, including in qualifying. I was pretty quick through there, and then come race day, on the first 20 minutes, I had to clench my butt every single time I was going through it because I was not, I didn't know what to expect every time. So it was very scary. But yeah, it was a hell of a race. Very, very, very sweaty.
Yeah. We were just talking with Guy and talking about how you guys had a couple battles where he got around you one time at the chicane, and then you passed him back, and then another battle where you had, and he was just kind of like, "You're faster than me. Just go. I just want you ahead of me." But yeah, we did talk about that a little bit last week. We're just like that chicane is just in the 480 Evo. It's just a nightmare. I mean, aside from those couple incidents, it seemed like you did a pretty good job handling it.
Yeah, I'm really happy with my second stint pace, especially, after both Gomer and I pit and Guy as well. I think Jeremy kind of triggered it all. So
Yeah.
I was going to initially kind of like look where Jeremy ended up in terms of the gap, and then Guy pit, and I was like, okay, I'm going to come in, especially because I had a blue flag in front of me, so I didn't really want to get held up by that. I remember there was a slight moment with Queso, because he came out right in front of me. It was very scary because he unfortunately had one of those pretty unlucky bounces over the RNG chicane, and I almost rear-ended him. I was like, "Oh my god," because it was on my in lap, and I just wanted to make sure it was as clean as possible. Lost a little bit of time there, but I mean, in retrospect, looking at the race results, I'm pretty happy with how things ended up. Kind of caught Gomer a little bit at the end there. So who knows? Maybe if the race was twice as long, right? Maybe I could have gotten it. But listen, ifs and buts at the end of the day, no one's crying over spilled milk. So I'm happy with the gap I built from behind, and also, I gave it my honest effort. I'm happy with the P2, especially considering the car, the weight handle in the first stint.
Yeah, you should be. I have a pretty important question, I think.
I know what's coming. Yeah, I know. Yep.
How big of a detriment is it that you don't have Iris making you dinner before the race?
It's gotta say it's a huge detriment. I have aches in my braking leg that I can't. I don't have a massage gun nearby to get it out. So I'm like, if only Iris is here, she would be like, punch my leg a few times here and there on the main straight. It is a huge detriment though. So miss her every day. Yeah, it's tough without her, man. It's tough.
Hey, well, I assume Donovan's probably moved in now at this point.
No, I mean, you could tell he disconnected, and I didn't disconnect. If he moved in, then he wouldn't have disconnected. So there you go. But,
yeah, we did see him in chat saying that he had disconnected, which
it's just sad. It's sad.
It's so sad.
Yep.
Gosh, I don't think I have any other questions. Steph, I know you got 2.
I got 2. Now there's only there's a wrong answer to the first one.
Okay.
How do you feel about Snetterton?
Looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I don't know how this car's gonna handle in the rain, and out of the 3 bad tracks this season where the 488 is supposed to be up or below -40 in terms of like expected weight, Snetterton is on paper the best. It's like -44. So
Omar said hell no in the chat.
Omar needs to get a grip, dude. This guy was celebrating Carnival all week last week, and listen, I understand. I think he was also celebrating his mother's birthday this weekend. So
yeah,
if that's true, happy birthday. But man, this guy is like drinking all the time, and then he's like, dude, I don't know if I'm gonna do this race. I'm like, you said you didn't do last week, you just blew me off, and now the same thing this week. How are we supposed to go back to back for the championship, man?
Ooh, get called out.
Oof.
Get called out.
Ouch.
Yeah.
By the way, you want to make a shout out to anybody?
Definitely not Omar, I'll tell you that. Yeah, of course. First and foremost, shout out to Iris. Miss you every day. Love you so much. Shout out to my dad, of course, watching. He told me to try to pull a Max Verstappen around turn 1, but I tried.
So he wanted you to fence someone.
I don't think that's the proper term I would use, but listen, I did it a few times to Guy, so it was good fun. So yeah, shout out to my dad, shout out to Iris, shout out to of course Donna and Jacob, my OBDA guys, Amos as well. Amos had a very close quali. I remember he invalidated every single lap until the last one, so that was a bit nerve-wracking.
He did. He totally did.
Yeah. And yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Jason for hitting me in the practice races. Shout out to Gomer and Guy. I'm so happy for them. I think they deserve it. So yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of hoping for like an all-new podium for this night, but you had to kind of ruin it.
Well, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
No, we're very happy to have you back in here again as always.
I was expecting the J Balvin question, to be honest. So I'm a little disappointed in you. It got taken from me. And honestly, I don't know who J Balvin is, so I don't know how to make that funny, except for like just the context, like if you were there. So I didn't know how to make it funny. If you know, you know.
Exactly.
Bailey got it for me last week.
Exactly.
So
Now Bailey represent.
Yeah, he avenged you.
All right, Anton. Well, again, congratulations. I think you've been on the podium every race this season, except for last weekend. Yeah. So 4 out of 5 ain't so bad. But I'm sure we will be talking to you again. Congratulations on your P2, and I believe your continued lead in the championship. But yeah, we'll shoot you back down in the chat, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again next week.
I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket. So but yeah, appreciate you guys, all the work you put in. So,
see you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so we'll grab our silver winner, Mr. Max Comber.
We're leaving Gober for last. This is gonna be awesome.
Saving, yeah. Hello, Mr. Backcomber, and congratulations on your silver win.
Thank you, thank you.
You're very welcome. How was it?
Huge. Oh yes, answer that question.
Say it again, sorry.
How was it? This is exciting.
Sweaty. I was shaking. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
No, so yeah, we know that you took the silver pole. We didn't quite see how Krolikowski got in front of you. We don't know if it was pits or maybe first lap or anything like that, but we were tracking for a while that you were following him, and then he was following someone else. I can't remember who it was, but he slid Peter O'Brien. He got by Peter O'Brien, and then you were behind Peter. You passed Peter, and then you guys were back to fighting for a while. It was a pretty healthy gap at around 1.5 seconds, but then he made a mistake and you got by him. So, I mean, what were you thinking through all that? Did you think that you could catch him and get by him, or was it just like he has to make a mistake, or what was going through your head through all that?
Yeah, so at the beginning of the race, he lap one traffic, was able to get around me and able to get around a few other guys. So my goal was just to keep him in sights and try and keep the championship alive. And then kind of cars started thinning out. Like you said, he ended up getting past Peter O'Brien after the pits. Actually, I was about to make a move on Adam going into, I forget which lap it was, but then Peter came out of the pits and I didn't feel like making it 3 wide into T1. So backed off, let them fight, kind of just stayed behind them. And then once I got around Adam, it was just try to keep the head down and put some clean laps in. And Adam did a fantastic job of maintaining the gap until he made the one mistake. Thankfully, he made the one mistake because I think that gap probably would have stayed for the rest of the race otherwise. So big shout out to him. He drove a great race. But yeah, just head down, keep clean lines, try not to make any big mistakes, and thankfully I was able to do that.
Yeah, you drove a fantastic race. Rewinding it back to qualifying a little bit, we had, obviously looked at the hot lap leaderboard and you had a very, very fast lap time. If you guys wouldn't have been a little bit handicapped with the fast track, obviously you think you could have done faster, but how fast do you think you could have gone? We had highlighted it that essentially the gold and silver classes were split perfectly in qualifying time. So do you think you could have maybe mixed it up in the top 10 overall if you didn't have to qualify on the fast track, or do you think it maybe would have been just a few positions better? What are your thoughts on that?
I think I would have been able to got a 40.0, 40.1 low. That 39.7 that I have on the leaderboard I did earlier today and have no idea how and haven't been able to replicate it or get close to it. So, I mean, I'll take it. I'm glad I was able to hit a 39. But, yeah, I had a couple positions, maybe I forget what position I qualified in, but maybe 4 positions I think I was looking at the timing. But I did mention me and Jacob Hall, my teammate, were in a chat together, and I did mention going into the race. I was like, well, you could definitely tell that Gold's got an optimum track and Silver's didn't, because it was all Golds then all Silvers.
I think it ticked over right at the changeover. Like you guys, like if you maybe came out of the pits late for your silver qualifying, you maybe got like a lap of optimum, but obviously that difference is so small. But yeah, I mean the Golds had full optimum, so not a huge surprise that they had much better lap times. Yeah, I think I'm out of questions. Steph, what you got?
Okay, there's only as I tell everybody, there's a wrong answer to this question, but how do you feel about Snetterton?
I don't. I've put 0 laps in at Snetterton. So,
I hope you love it. Steph and
Yeah.
I
The
love
Lexus is
Snetterton.
not the car. This Lexus is not the car for it. So
Oh yeah, no, it's probably not.
it'll be an uphill battle, but we'll just put in a lot of time in the rig, and good thing I don't have any plans this weekend.
I don't know. I figure
Well-
the power the Lexus has going uphill should be a nice battle for you.
I guess we'll see. I have no idea.
All I can say is I hope you come back next week and we can talk about how much we all love Snetterton.
Yes.
I hope so as well. I'm just trying to keep the championship battle in reach.
Well, you certainly did that job tonight. So hopefully with 3 more races, you can keep that fight going. Because I think you both, and not just you both. I mean, there's other people that are in the fight as well. But as far as you and Adam go, hopefully we can keep that fight going all the way to the end. Well, I know you would rather see it end early, but we want it to go all the way to the end. No, Steph, I know you have one more question for Noah.
Noah, is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to while you're here?
I'd like to give a shout out to all the Smelly Boys.
Let's go.
Shout out to Jacob Hall. He helped me a lot with ACC replay and learning how to use that and learning where I'm slow in this, that, and the other. Shout out to Madhouse. Shout out to my mom, even though she doesn't watch. Shout out to my dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
I just want a redemption on my wheelchair shoey. That's all.
Yeah, I get that.
So,
all right, no. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations again on your silver win. And hopefully we talk to you again before the season's over and we will shoot you back down into the race chat.
awesome. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. If I can find...
You got it.
There we go.
Oh, wait, you got it. Now,
It always takes a minute.
drum roll. Bring in our man. Congratulations, Mr. Gomer Wilson.
Hello, hello. Thank you very much.
Big dub. Goodness gracious. I'm not super shocked. You've had a lot of pace so far this season. But it's just not come with the ultimate result, as far as podiums or wins go. But tonight, I mean, you took pole. You obviously took the win. Did you think that either of those were possible? As far as the hot lap leaderboard goes, you were a little bit off, but not super far off. 3/10, not a huge gap. But I mean, did you think that you had the pace for that? Let's just start with qualifying first.
No, I think I got lucky in qualifying. I know Anton and Denarte both had, potential for, 39.4, 39.3. So I think I got lucky there. I think the low 39.6. I figured I'd be about 4th or 5th. That's kind of what I was hoping for. And then just put one together and saw the P1 pop up. So no, that was a shock for sure.
Well, I mean, you didn't just do that. You controlled the race into turn 1. I think you probably had to feel a little good about having Anton next to you in the 488 Evo, which it's not a terrible starter, but it's not a great starter. But then you had, I think you had a BMW and a Ford behind you after that. So obviously not having that Ford on the front row is probably a pretty good comfort, at least knowing that you weren't going to have a hard charger into turn 1.
Yeah, for sure. I saw that Ford behind me. I was definitely worried about that. I was still worried about Anton. He's going to send it around the outside. So I figured there was going to be a battle there, and I think we bumped doors a little bit, but just got the run and was able to get in front of him. And then, then he had the Ford next to him, so it just kind of all fell into place at the start. And then I think Guy was fighting him for a couple laps too, and it just kind of all came together and let me build a little bit of a lead that I could nurse for the rest of the race. And just pretty cool, man. Pretty excited.
Yeah, and Anton, he had a mistake a couple times at the chicane, the final chicane, which initially gave you that gap. But I mean, you maintained it the rest of the race. There was like a one time he got it around about 2, I think, before the pit stops. But after that, after the pit stops, I mean, you maintained it at 3.5 pretty much the entire rest of the race. So, I mean, you had the pace on everyone. So,
Yeah, I was pumping them in pretty good tonight. I felt pretty good. So,
no, I mean, this is, it wasn't a dominant win per se, but I mean, I would say anytime that you take a win and you can hold your gap that you built for the entire race, like that's there's nothing better that you can do. Obviously, walking away from everyone is incredible, but I mean, you controlled that entire race, and I think that just shows a level of consistency and skill that you just had to do it, and it was incredible to watch.
well, thank you. Yeah, it was. It's hard to do that for 60 minutes. I was sitting there watching how far back Anton was for the whole time, and there's a couple scary moments in there. I think I had one jump on a curb and broke on the grass at one point and lost a few tenths to him. So, no shortage of scary moments for me. I was kind of scared the whole time, but hey, put it all together and came out with a win.
Yeah, and I mean, pretty fortunately, like, traffic just wasn't an issue because a lot of people. I mean, first of all, it was an incredibly clean lap one by the entire field. I don't think we had any. I don't even think we had a yellow flag on the first lap.
Incredible.
So it was so clean. So there was no one. We had some early pitters, but for the most part, no one super early, and then it just. The pack behind you pitted. As we talked to Anton before, he was talking about Jeremy behind. I think he was a little bit too far behind for you to really worry about, but so all you really had to worry about was Anton. I mean, you answered that immediately. I think you pitted the lap right after, but for the most part, I mean, just the pack behind pitted pretty early, so it just wasn't. It kind of fell in place to where you just didn't have to worry about that, which I think probably had to be a big comfort.
Oh yeah. Like I said, everything just kind of worked out exactly how I needed it to get the win. I was worried about Denarte, and he kind of got pushed off there lap 1, and I know he pit early, but I think he pit from 6th or 7th or something like that. So I didn't have to worry about him, and then I was just watching Anton and covered him off and had a good pit. All I can say is it worked out perfectly, man. It just
yeah.
And then I was able to put down the laps too. I was way more consistent than I had been all week in that race, so pretty proud of that.
Oh, that's awesome when you can put everything, all your practice, everything, you put it together and put an incredible result together. So it's the best feeling in the world. Stephanie, take it away.
How do you feel about Snetterton?
Don't love it.
Oh,
wrong answer.
Wrong answer.
Try again.
Love it.
Better.
Way better than this track.
Yes. Even better in the wet,
No.
right?
Oh God, I didn't know that.
Possibly.
It's mixed weather, so it could rain.
Could.
Yeah, I don't know. I may hate it more now, actually.
Shame.
Oh no!
I can't help it.
Yes, you can.
No,
I'll tell you what. This one, Imola is not my favorite track, and we've been talking about it going perfectly for me, and I've had a lot of pace here in the past, and just nothing seemed to work out, and you'd hit a bump wrong and end up in the gravel or get pushed off or whatever. Being out in front, being on pole helps, but this track has always kind of been a curse for me, so it's pretty nice to get my first D1 win at a track like this where I can overcome it. So,
well, hey,
maybe I like it a little more now.
Maybe back-to-back weeks.
Back to back. Hey, that'd be something, wouldn't it?
Oh, I'd love that.
I think he'd love it more.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Anyone you want to give a shout out to while you're up here?
Obviously, Dan, supporting me, making me the racer I am. Love that guy. Teammate. Anton, too, for pushing me. I followed him for 30 minutes last night in the practice race, and he was pushing me this whole race too. So shout out to those guys, and shout out to Guy P3.
Yeah.
Love to see that. I think that's it.
Well, fantastic. Gomer, congratulations again on your win. We hope to talk to you again before the season is over, hopefully next week. And when you come in, you can say you love Snetterton, and you can actually mean it.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, guys. I love being here. Hopefully I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Again, well done. We'll shoot you back down on the race. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Well, I think that just about wraps it up for us.
I don't know if we've ever had a happier podium before.
I don't think so.
I'm sure we have, but that was just pure joy. Not that our drivers aren't happy to be on the podium every race, because they all are, because this is such an incredible field to race against. So a top 3 is always a great result. But I feel like tonight we had a lot of joy.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. For sure. And hopefully that continues out throughout the rest of the season. As you've heard a few times, we will be at Snetterton next week with mixed weather or variable weather, so possibility of rain does exist. And,
yeah, gonna be so much fun. A booth favorite track at the very least. So at the very least, we're gonna have a blast watching our drivers suffer around Snetterton. I had wanted to ask for an exemption to race in this race, but I got denied. Don't fact check me on that. No, I would get smoked by this D1 field. It wouldn't even be funny. No, again, our field, so incredible. So many skillful drivers up and down the field. Everyone is, with a little bit of a different condition, such a cold track we're not really that used to here. But next week with our hopefully mixed conditions at a tough British GT track with no runoff. Goodness, I'm very excited.
Yes, that'll be fun.
And
it'll be fun.
And we only have 3 races the rest of the season. We have Snetterton, then we have Kailami, and then we have Red Bull Ring. So we're just charging to the end of the season.
We are. Over before you know it.
I know we're gonna finish the first week of March or second week of March. Will be our championship race on the 10th. So we're, goodness gracious, we're so close to it already.
Well, if you guys haven't, which you might not have, do feel free to go back over on YouTube and check out the replays of what was D3 and D5 tonight. Sounds like D3 had a pretty exciting start. And tomorrow, you can catch D2 on Twitch or YouTube, and D4 will also be live streamed over on YouTube. So feel free to catch more of the racing out over there. Is there anything I'm forgetting?
No, I think you nailed it.
Right, awesome.
Yeah. We had YouTube issues earlier, but I think everything worked out well. I just checked YouTube is up. And I know we had people watching on YouTube, so that was good to see, because there were YouTube issues earlier. So yeah, watch D2 and D4 next week. Or this week, sorry, tomorrow. And join us again next week.
Same time and same place. Thank you for being here, and have a great night.
See ya.
All right, our video.
When I was just a new driver, I asked Coach Jeffries, what will I be? Will I be speedy? Will I crash out? Here's what he said.